Hello, I'm going to be going over this DBQ guide to help prepare you to write DBQ essays for the AP exam. And you can use this to practice with the practice prompts that are going to be posted in Google Classroom. This is a way for you to demonstrate that you can do the skills that we've been learning, right? So now it's time to start putting these skills that you've worked on all year and start demonstrating that you know how to do this on your own. So this is a suggested time frame and structure for how to write a DBQ essay. A DBQ essay should be between 4 to 5 paragraphs. And each body paragraph should be pretty lengthy. You're going to be talking about 2 to 3 documents per paragraph, and you're going to spend about 4 sentences or so discussing each document. And there'll be separate little tutorials for how to do the hippo analysis. So how I would suggest that you structure your essay. You want to take about 15 minutes to work on the introduction. So you want to get the introduction down in 15 minutes. And the way you do this is if you look at this guide, right, in your head, turn the prompt into a question, right? When you're doing this on a timed exam, you're not going to have time to write a lot of things down. So get in the habit of, in your head, turning the prompt into a question. Take about a minute so that you're clear on what you're being asked. It's very important that you know the prompt so that you address it correctly in your essay. Then you want to just skim the documents, take a glance at the documents to get an idea of what the context is, to get an idea of what the time period is about, what the topic of the prompt is about. And that way you start jogging your head for context. Then you want to spend about 3 minutes to set your historical context. So give about 2 to 3 sentences that place the topic of the prompt, right? Not each specific document, but the overall topic of the prompt. Set it in its proper historical context, which means give it some background. I'll be giving you a list of must-know dates so that you can use those dates, right? Use the dates that are around it to talk about things that were happening in the world to situate your prompt. Then you're going to read the documents with hippos and with the prompt in mind. And you're going to make notes on the side of the documents, right? So you're going to be annotating, and you're going to spend about 7 minutes. You're going to get about six documents, 7 documents. So you got to get in the habit of trying to get in 1 minute, see if you can get something out of that prompt, out of that document that you can use to address the prompt, right? So you take a minute per document, you time yourself, and you get what you can. Try to, extract one piece of information of how that topic of that document addresses the topic that you're being asked for in the prompt. So then you want to write a thesis in which you make an argument. So you're going to use the time frame below, and you're going to spend about 3 minutes to write a thesis, right? So if you get stuck, just start with the although, right? Although blank happened, right? Mostly as a result of blank, or you could say, or due to, or because of. And by having that due to, or because, or as a result, you're giving some reasoning. You're helping establish a line of reasoning, so you're more likely to get the thesis point. Then you want to go on to the body paragraphs, where you want to spend about 15 minutes to write the first paragraph. So use the document that you understood the best to answer the question, right? You start with what you understood the best. And in 6 minutes, right, use the 4 E's as best as you can. When you're taking a test, if you can't do one of the 4 E's, well, then you don't do it. Don't spend your time trying to do something you can't do. Now is the time to practice. Now is the time to get this stuff down. So give me the example of what the document states. Summarize the point of the document, right? How does it relate to the prompt? Use information given in the document to support what you said in your thesis, to prove what you said in your thesis. And then give a hippo analysis. Either analyze what's significant about the year, or why it matters who the person writing is, or what the author is trying to accomplish by the document, or if it matters who was it intended for. You don't have to do all 4. All you need is one of those. Then use the second document and relate it to the first document you used any way you can, right? And again, use the 4 E's. So you want to spend 6 minutes writing about the second document. And then you could discuss another historical fact. This is your evidence beyond the document, right? Spend 3 minutes to write about other historical facts that help you answer the question, but that were not found in the documents. So use your outside knowledge. Okay, so give me another event and write a few sentences about this. And then you repeat the process for document 2. So document 2, you know by now you're going to be on a roll, so you want to try to write this document in 14 minutes, right? Take the next document and spend 6 minutes, right, writing 4 sentences. Then use a fourth document related to the third document, okay? So analyze one aspect of hippos if you were not able to do it for the previous documents. You have to do 3 hippos analysis. So by now, by the time you get to the 4th document, you could skip it unless you've already skipped it in one of the other documents. And then you discuss another piece of outside information here, right? And then finally, the least important paragraph in terms of the AP exam is going to be your conclusion. All you're going to do in your conclusion is rewrite the thesis, try to reword it, right? Try to make that same argument to close it up, and make sure you address the prompt. Make sure that there's an argument, either a judgment or a reason for your answer. And this just helps you get the thesis point unless you didn't get it the first time around. So this is what you're going to do for your DBQs, the practice DBQs. Practice this method of time yourself. And then if you didn't do it in an hour and you need the points, you need to make up the assignment, then you could take some time to really develop your essay to practice that.